Hey, this is David Cox from 4B. We're going to go over today taping and mudding, taping and floating a joint. So here's a joint. We're going to go over, there's two different ways of doing it. Today we're going to do it with mesh tape. Mesh tape is just what it sounds like. It's a tape that's mesh. It's a fiberglass material and there's an adhesive on one side. So we put it on and we'll actually use our hand, and the friction, the heat, will activate the adhesive behind it. Use our knife, 6-inch knife to cut it with. So you know what you're going to want is a 6-inch knife, an 8-inch knife, and a pan to go with the mesh tape. So with the mesh tape on there, what we're trying to do is create sheetrock. So you've got paper on here. In this case, we're going to use the mesh. We're going to coat over it to create the gypsum that feathers the joint out. That is the mud here. So with what we're doing with, if you're watching the video, you're probably with 4B or coming with an organization to serve with 4B. A lot of what we're going to be doing is houses that have been cut out from 4 feet down. This here has a beveled edge on both sides, so you don't always have that, but for the sake of example, we're going to coat this joint. So I'm spreading that out kind of like what you would do with a thick frosting over a cake. So you're kind of spreading it. You don't want to load it and dump it. We're trying to spread it. But at the same time, want to make it somewhat even. We'll use our 6-inch knife and it bends. So we'll bend it one direction. What we would refer to as cutting the edge. I'm going to take that edge off, bend it the other direction, come in and let that belly hit that edge, and wipe it off. Then we're going to lay this down without taking the mesh tape off. We're going to lay this down like so. And we're going to come down just to the point where you can almost start seeing that bevel, right? So that your knife should have a straight edge on it, so when you put it on, you shouldn't see any light. If you're looking, you shouldn't see any light through it. So it should feel that. We do not want to overfill it. I would much rather see too much mud taken off opposed to too much being left, right? So a lot of times what people will do is they think, well, I'm going to put it on thick and then we'll come back and sand it off and put another coat on. Not the way it works. We want to build that up slowly and get up to flush. We don't want anything over flush. So you can see how that line's there. When I put the straight edge on it, it's humped up. We don't want that. So again, I would rather see too much taken off, have it be still a little bit hollow, have to come back again the next time and add a little more mud to fill it to get it flat. Because all we're trying to do is bring that out to flat. So, so again, I'm going to spread that mud like so. Cut the right side, cut the left side. Take a little mud off and start bringing it down again, just so you can almost see through the mud. You can almost see the mesh tape kind of coming through it. That's what you're after, right there. So again, we're not going to wipe this way, because you defeat your purpose. You're wiping the mud out of that bevel, right? I've seen a lot of people doing that. We want to make sure that we're coming one direction, like so, and bringing it down so you can just about see through it. That would be how to coat that joint.